Good morning, and welcome to the dedication ceremony of the Los Angeles Museum of the Holocaust. My name is Justin Brant-Seraph, and I'd like to introduce the Shalhevet High School Choir. Hear a translation of the song we're going to sing for you, Yerushalayim Shel Zahav, Jerusalem of Gold, by Naomi Shemer.
Back to the wells and to the fountains, within the ancient walls, the sound of a horn from Temple's mountain again so loudly calls. From rocky caves this very morning 1,000 suns will glow as we go down to the Jordan by way of Jericho. Yerushalayim, all of gold, Yerushalayim, bronze and light. Within my heart I shall treasure your song and your sight. Yerushalayim Shel Zahav, Jerusalem of Gold, by Naomi Shemer.
Good morning. I'd like to welcome everybody to this beautiful day in Pan Pacific Park, where we are dedicating the new Los Angeles Museum of the Holocaust. Okay, I'm all ready for Klimt. I'm privileged and very happy to introduce Jay Sanderson. As president of the Jewish Federation of Greater Los Angeles, Jay will welcome us on behalf of the entire Jewish community.
Thank you. Thank you, Mark. What a beautiful day we have here in Pan Pacific Park to recognize this extraordinary monument to the memory of those we lost during the Shoah. I want to give special attention to Randy Schoenberg, and Jonah Goldrich, two of our community's great leaders whose leadership and perseverance made this day happen. May this building be a blessing to future generations. May it inform them. May it inspire them. May the memories of those we lost in the Holocaust remain in our hearts. Thank you.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you all for being with us this morning, honored dignitaries, consuls general, ladies and gentlemen. If you think about the facts of the Holocaust, if you really think about them, it's very hard to keep faith in humanity. When you think about the indignities that were done to men, women, and especially innocent children, how can you go on living in a world where that happens, where that's allowed to happen? Even more, where an entire nation, a nation of culture, a nature of humanity, is brought to a point where they're able to push children into a cement room, add gas, and then take out their dead bodies. As executive director of the Los Angeles Museum of the Holocaust, I'm Mark Rothman. I deal with that inhumanity every day. But the reason we're able to do this work, the reason you're here with us today, the reason Randy has devoted so much of himself and his family in virtually every way you can imagine, why all the dignitaries are here today, is because of what the building behind us that we're soon going to dedicate represents. We came together to do something, to say, no, that's not what humanity is about. Humanity is not about violence and killing. Humanity is about hope. Humanity is about all of us coming together to build something new, something better, to turn our back on the inhumanity and to embrace life. All of you here today, every person who helped build this building, whether they tied a piece of rebar or whether they led the charge as Randy did, or they amongst you who supported us and continue to support us, you made this building happen. You came together and you said humanity matters, hope matters, the good matters. Let's turn our back on the evil. And for the survivors who are with us, you inspire me. You lived through the inhumanity. You lived through the violence, the deprivation. And you came together 50 years ago and you said, we need something to embrace our hope, a permanent institution where we can look forward, we can teach the future, and we can remember those we lost. That's what we're here for today. After the ribbon cutting, we will hear the shofar's clarion call, a single steady tone from that instrument that's used in Jewish ritual to announce a change, to announce a new beginning. That's what the building here represents today. That's why we're all here today. It's the purity of that tone we're here to hold on to. When you hear it, capture it, remember it. Listen to it again when you read in the newspaper about murder, about deprivation, about violence. It's now my pleasure to introduce Randy Schoenberg, President of the Board of Directors of the Los Angeles Museum of the Holocaust. Hundreds of people, as I said, made this building a reality. But without Randy, the dream of a permanent home would never have come true.
Thank you, Mark. I've been so bogged down in the details of this museum that I may have lost all perspective. Yesterday, I was asked by a reporter, why should we teach about the Holocaust? Why? To me, it was as if he had asked me, why should we eat? Why should we sleep? Why should we drink? For a moment, I hardly knew what to say. The Holocaust, the purposeful murder of 6 million people, is without question the most horrific event in the history of mankind. And yet, there are so many people who do not even know about it. So many people who ask, why do we have to learn about it? I've long felt that it is our duty as survivors in the next generations to learn and to teach about the Holocaust. Without a sense of history, there is no culture. And without culture, there is no community, no society,
no humanity. Teaching about the Holocaust is quite simply a requirement for being human. I'm very proud to have helped give this museum to our city, but the work was not mine. It was a team effort. I was assisted by my Vice President, Perla Carney, Treasurer, Beth Keene, Secretary John Keene, and the rest of our board of directors, including survivors. And I'd like all of the board of directors actually to stand up as I read out their names, or even before I read out their names. Everybody on the board of directors, please stand up. These include the survivors: Masha Lowen, Lydia Butgor, Renee Firestone, Miriam Bell, Frank Schiller, Edith Franke, Dana Schwartz, Jonah Goldrich, and Marie Kaufman and Gregory McKay. And we have many non-survivors on our board as well. Thank you, all of you. I also want to remember two very important and influential board members who are no longer with us but made a terrific impression upon me, and those are Freddie Diamond and Felicia Haberfeld. This building would not have been possible without the early commitment of John Martz, after whom we have named the building. And of course, Jonah Goldrich, who built this monument 20 years ago, and who has been the rock behind this museum ever since. Our staff have been just amazing throughout the ordeal of relocation, and we owe them all a great debt of gratitude for the hard work under these very difficult conditions. And if you're among the staff or volunteers, can you please stand up so we can thank all of you? That includes you, Mark. I want to personally thank the architect, I call him our Starchitect, Huggy Belsberg, and his associates Aaron Lepinen and Karina Bienwilner. It's really, the building is itself not only a work of art, but a real statement about the Holocaust. And it was really actually incredibly easy curating the inside of this building because the theme had already been set by the structure. But perhaps the greatest thanks should go to all the builders, the contractors, subcontractors, countless tradesmen and women who did all of the work. And to their leader, the construction manager, Martin Perez of Winter Schramm, I want to say I have never met a finer person. Martin, can you please stand up? Those of us who have witnessed his work know that without him, this museum would not be here today. I've been associated with this museum now for 15 years, and I want to thank my friend Marcia Giuseppi, our former director and curator, who first introduced me to the museum and who assisted me with curating the new exhibition that you'll see when you walk in. Marcia, thank you. And last, I'd also like to thank my predecessor, Gary Schiller, and the director, Rachel Jagoda. They started this construction project and, for better or worse, handed off to me and Mark, and we're very grateful to you, to both of you, for entrusting this project with us.